Three, two, one, go.
Hi, I'm Saurabh,
Hi, I'm Aditya,
and we are here to announce a series of discussions called.
WPV. So, Saurav, why do we call it WPV?
So, because we're going to talk about the way things work in the WordPress ecosystem, kind of like how the way WordPress is, its origins, its roots, its philosophy, and everything. How that is different, and how that affects us as WordPress professionals. We could be developers, we could be anybody working with WordPress, but there is a WordPress way of doing things. There are many places that it is useful in, and we're going to discuss that.
So, as you said, the WP way is about a particular way of doing things, the WordPress way. So, what does that mean? Are we going to be talking about doing things the WordPress way? Is this the only way, or is it a particular? Can you talk more about it?
So mostly it's about like, so basically WordPress is an open source software, and open source is more than like a license. It's kind of a philosophy. It talks about how the interaction between humans who use software and software. How does software affect us? How do we use software? How should we be allowed to use software and our freedom in relation to software? So most of it is because WordPress is open source. So there is GPL, there is FOSS. We're going to talk about that. We're going to understand that a little better.
So
So
you,
it's not like a set path like कि सब कुछ ऐसे ही करना है. It's more like कि what are the things in the WordPress world which decide how we do things. कि जब हम कुछ करते हैं, अच्छा ये सही है, ये गलत है, ये अच्छा है, ये बुरा है. This is desirable. ये होना चाहिए, ये नहीं होना चाहिए. So how do we get that? How do we understand that?
so this is more about a philosophical and a philosophical political grounding of the open source uh,
Background.
ideas, backgrounds that drive WordPress community and code and the fact and why it thrives.
Yes. So basically, yeah, so most people don't realize that these things affect their life directly. Like if I'm working with WordPress, the fact that it's open source and has a GPL license affects me in more ways than I can think of. So that kind of understanding somewhere is lacking. So we'll try and we'll invite guests, we'll call people onto our show. We'll talk to them. You and I will talk to them and see whether we can try and get a little clear answers, simple answers that we can understand and use in our day-to-day life. We'll try and speak to people who are experts at these things, people who are working in these domains, in the domains of freedom of expression, in the domains of open source, etc., and try and get like a good understanding of the ecosystem or the environment that we are in, so that we can get the most out of it, the most benefit out of it.
So, how often are we going to have this show?
We'll do this once a month, like every month we'll do it. Apart from you and I think we have Alex who will be there for some of the episodes. So once in a month we'll tackle one topic. So I think the first episode will obviously we're going to talk about is, I mean you can guess it.
GPL?
GPL, we're going to talk about GPL as the first episode. Our guest we've not confirmed yet, but we'll make an announcement soon. This was just to like announce our intention of doing this, that this is what we're going to do. So yeah, guys, we'll see you soon in the first ever episode of WPUA. Until then,
Goodbye.
bye bye.